Okay then.
All right. So, good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining the session. So, myself, Soumya. So, I'm going to present the overview of the SAFE, like what is SAFE and how it's different from the Scrum. I'll just give you an overview, like in this today's presentation, like what is SAFE all about and why we are using right now in the market. In every industry, why we are using SAFE right now. Um, yeah, coming to my experience, total I have 14 years of experience in IT industry nearby, and I have worked with different multiple product-based companies and service-based companies as well. So right now, in my current organization, we are using the SAFE method. So this method we are following like to implement the business needs. And I'm just going to explain what is SAFE all about, and also like how we are using in our current organization with real examples, like the personal examples, like what I'm facing in the current uh, responsibilities. Okay. So I hope everyone have their coffee and I mean, are fresh and ready to listen the session, right? So just stop me if you guys have any questions in the middle, and you can interrupt me in the middle, or you can raise your hand during the presentation, and we can discuss then and there itself in the question. Okay. So today, as we discuss, like I'll just start the presentation mode. Like today, I'm going to explain the essential part of the scaled agile framework. So generally, SAFE offers different configurations, like, but in this, I'm just trying to give a brief overview of framework of SAFE. So, so instead of the presentation, I would like to go first with the website. Like I'm going to share the website, like what is the SAFE all about? Sorry, I'm just. I think interactive sessions would be helpful. Like if you have anything, you can talk. Okay, because this is going to be 2 hour session. Okay. Okay. So just click on the Scale Agile framework in your just click on the scaleagileframework.com in the website in the Google Chrome, and there it redirects to you like the scale framework. This is the complete view of the SAFE for lean enterprise. So as I discussed with you, like there are 4 essential layers, like which is essential, large solutions, and the portfolio and the full. I'm going to talk about each and every layer in detail, and also what are these components which you are seeing inside this framework. We will be going through each and every, not majorly what is required for the essential one, we'll be discussing in detail, and also the role and the responsibility of those roles, and what are these principles on the left hand side, and all these details which we are seeing right now on the screen. I'll be discussing on them, and with the help of PPT, and whatever the points which are not covered in the PPT, we'll be seeing in the website, and we'll be discussing on them. Okay. You can reach to this website using the scaleagileframework.com. Here you can see, as I said, essential layer. If you click on this, you can see the essential layer, and this is large, and you can see the large, and this is portfolio, and this is complete big picture of the SAFE. Okay. So what's this full SAFE? So full SAFE is complete big picture.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, ma'am, but for gaining few confidence, why we are learning this? Like,
Yeah.
we have to create this, or how it's going to help us as a BA. So,
Okay.
can you give us some confidence? Then it will be easy to understand the concept.
For sure, I'll go through that slide. I think I should start with that slide. So I hope like all you are aware of like what is agile. Is anyone have any questions on the agile? I think you have read in your BA material as well, right? Do you
Yeah,
know
Agile
in,
Manifesto.
yeah, what is this Agile all about?
SDLC methodology it is.
Sorry?
It is the SDLC methodology through which we develop the software and development is being done.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one kind of methodology that I agree with you guys. So why we are doing Agile? So there is a waterfall model, there is an iteration model.
So that we can deliver the product within a week, because sprint is involved here, and within the week their deliverables can be done, and the client can start using and having the feel of that product within the week, and he can provide us
Why not?
feedback as soon as possible. Yes.
Agreed. That is fine. You said very well. But I have a question again. Why not with
Okay.
waterfall? Like, why we have to stick with Agile? Why not with waterfall? Waterfall also delivers the, the solution to the client. What is the value being added using the sprint here? I'm expecting a one word here, which I would like to listen from you guys.
Stage-wise development is being done, and
Please
at
light
the
it.
end we used to get the product in waterfall and other methods, traditional methodologies. But in agile, within means we start using means we can get the product within the week. We can deliver the product within the week. This is the main difference. It is time consuming in traditional, and
Mhm.
it is faster in agile
I agree.
development.
One point that I agree on
Ma'am.
this, like, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Customer and client can change their requirements at any time of the
Yes,
in the
exactly.
development.
This is what I'm expecting. Agree. We are delivering the solution within the given, less time, and the customer could able to see the solution very fast. But whereas here, I have a question. Like, for example, you are seeing the solution, but if there is any change, how much you are comfortable adapting that change and implementing that solution and delivering it to the customer? Agile is all nothing but like able to change quickly. So that means you are agile. The definition of agile itself is like you are able to change the requirement or anything which is acceptable and easily changeable and easily can adopt that change. So innovating the change is very easy with agile methodology. So under this agile methodology, there are several models like Kanban is there, Scrum is there, and as well as there are some XP model is there. If you don't have any questions, can you please go on mute? Because I'm hearing a lot of background noise. Yeah. If you don't have any questions, just please go on mute. I'm just hearing some background noises, please. Someone is talking. Sir, I'm hearing a lot of echo, sir. Sir, I think someone is not going on mute.
And you can mute it from your end.
I think. Just raise your hand. I'm muting all. If you raise your hand, I'll just unmute. Okay, now it's.
Ma'am, you can remove that person from the class.
Yeah. Okay, I just muted people. Use on. All right. Okay, so agile. So what we are discussing, agile, that you can accept the change very easily. That is fine. Like I have a question again. Within the sprint, whatever the customer is asking, you are able to accept the change and deliver that in time. Am I right? So, but whereas like how good you are in lining with the business vision. Do you know what is business is expecting? Right. So I'll just jump on instead of this presentation first. I'll just start with my slide. Why do we need SAFe? Maybe that gives you better understanding of your questions can be clarified instead of jumping into this all. Yeah. So as you all know that there will be some plannings of release planning, iteration plannings, and the day plannings, right? So you are aware of it from here. The day planning, so for this day, the team will decide on what they're developing, what are the changes they got it from the customer, what they can develop. Am I right on this? Yes. So this will be planned during the iteration, like what is for this iteration one, what we are delivering the solution. So for this release, we have multiple iterations. Under this multiple iterations, we are delivering this component. I mean, we are adding some value to this solution by delivering this solution to the customer, right? So this is how we will be planning and we'll be adopting the change, right? So there are, but here I have a question here. So in this business, let's take example of Flipkart or Amazon or anything, like there are multiple units are working. Like for example, there is an delivery unit, and there is something like what you can transaction unit, payment unit, and all there are different units. So all these teams are working together for one solution, which is shopping. Am I right here? So how this interconnection is happening between these different teams? Are they meeting daily? No, whatever the solution they are giving, they're getting it. That's it, right? But how the interdependencies are being managed within the teams? Any idea? Agree, every team is following the Scrum model and Agile is following, and they're using the what I can say a sprint model and everything. But I have a dependency with payments team. How I'm being communicated with the payments team? Okay, payments team, I need this inputs from you. Will you able to deliver this to me within the time so that I can deliver my solution? How this communication is happening?
Ma'am,
Common
brainstorm
platform.
meeting.
Sorry?
Daily Scrum meeting, ma'am.
Daily Scrum meetings is within the team, not across the teams, within the team, right?
Ma'am, brainstorm meeting.
A
Brainstorms are
common
something like
dashboard,
yours.
ma'am.
Ma'am, PMP, like a Jira software.
That's
Yes,
just
Jira
like a
software.
view, just like a view. It's
Mhm.
just like a view. So what happens at the portfolio? I'll just explain you in this way. Like, like Amazon have one solution that they want to deliver under this Amazon. Like, let's say Amazon is the portfolio. That's a business. Under this business, 1 second. Okay. Amazon is a business. Under this business, there are multiple products. Like I would say the teams: team 1, team 2, team 3. Like team 1 is working for shipping addresses and all. Team 1 is collecting the orders. Team B and team C is following the payment gateways. Right. So each team are working for a solution, which is like taking the customer's input and delivering the solution. Right. So inside these products, there are multiple releases, multiple communications, multiple dependencies. The coordination is not there, and the management among the teams becomes an important task here. So we need to have a proactive approach which helps in managing the interdependencies among the team. So Scrum addresses just only to the team within the team what they're delivering and everything. Whereas for if you want to go within the business organization level, with the business level, strategical level, so you want to inline with the business vision. So you have to adopt this agile methodology within the business layer, not within the team layer. So far we are just implementing and following only within the team. Now your business is getting expanded. Okay. Yeah, I think Rao sir is just giving a message, so I just yes, it's going on. Right. So like, let me say, I'll just give you an example. Okay, I want to run a restaurant. Okay, it's very new business for me. Okay, what happens? I don't know what to do within the team. I have planned like, okay, this is the cooking area and this is the kitchen and these are the vegetables I have to plan and this is the daily production for me. And within the team, within this single restaurant, I have planned and executed the business. This is team level. Okay. Now I want to expand my business to the multiple restaurants. So far, I am just having only one restaurant. Now I want to expand this restaurant to the multiple. I want to expand to the 10. So, and what I have to make sure, okay, The same quality has to follow across all the restaurants, and the same procedure, things like the dependencies among these restaurants, everything should be consistent. Am I right? So when am I expanding my business, my strategic vision, my view, everything should be in line with across all the restaurants which I'm going to start, right? That is how my vision will be. Scrum, which defines only within this single restaurant, whereas SAFE, which involves across all these 10 restaurants. That is how this framework is designed. Like under the SAFE, there are multiple Scrum teams working together to deliver one particular solution. That is called a business vision. Did I answer your question? You guys are here? Hello?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, got it. Yeah, thank you.
You got my point, right? So that what I want to say is like, okay, today I have see the Scrum within the teams you're working right now. So far we have just seen only within the teams. Now you are going to expand your business to the multiple divisions, like Amazon, which is in Hyderabad, is there, it's in Pune, it's Bangalore, and everything. But everything operates in the same pattern, right? So in the same way, and the vision is same. How this is alignment is happening. So there is a business strategic vision on the top layer, which is the team business people. They are enduring like, okay, this is what our vision, this is what everybody should work towards it. What is that vision? So these teams who are the product owners or the business analyst or the product development team, whoever working under the product development team will work closely with these business teams and get these requirements. And these product people, whoever is working with different teams, all gather at every time and like make sure, okay, we are taking and collecting the requirements. Is it in line our strategic vision, our business vision or not? Okay, my team has to work on these requirements. Your team has to work on these requirements. Okay, you have the dependencies. Okay, I have these dependencies. Okay, my team has to work means like I want this dependency has to complete. When you can complete? Okay, you are giving this timeline. Okay, once you complete, let me know. My team starts will work on this. So this POs, our business analysts, will interact with this product management team to get these dependencies aligned with our requirements. Okay, this is called as PO syncs. Now in the Agile, honestly speaking, business analyst people are being called as the product owners in the Agile methodology. So definitely these POs interacts with the product managers and get these requirements and get it developed and deliver. And it also has to make sure, another challenge here is ensuring the alignment on the requirements between the portfolio till the teams. Okay, so that means whatever the business vision is being carried all the stages or not, that has to be figured out using the SAFE. Okay, and that's how it follows. Like SAFE addresses these two dimensions. One is the scalability. So, and it gives us the structure of coordination and managing the dependencies across the teams. So this is what we are missing, right? So the team. So right now, some X team is working on some X factor and the Y team is working on some Y factors, but X have a dependency on Y. How this dependency is being managed? So this is a major problem right now in the current IT industry. Every industry is, every teams are facing. In the current example, in my current organization as well, the same happening. Like, okay, I have to work on the development part, development area. So, but UI team is not working on certain things. I have a dependency on the UI team. So I have to make sure my team is working smoothly, means I need this dependency to be cleared. My role as a PO, as a BA, what I have to see is what are the dependencies I have before delegating the work to the team. Okay, these dependencies, when they can address, what are the risks they have, in which teams they have the dependencies, raise a dependency and get it done, and then you make your team comfortable in doing the rest of the work. Right? So the SAFE addresses this scalability of managing the dependencies and coordinating among the teams, and also aligning with the business vision across all the teams. So that's why this framework is introduced right now. That's why every team, every organization right now, they're trying to implement especially in the product-based companies. So they are trying to use this methodology, this model, this framework. I would say framework. It's a kind of a scaled agile framework. Scaled means like it's a, expanding agile, we adopting the change, how business can adopt the change. Okay, some competitors are, let's say this competitor Flipkart is doing this. Okay, Amazon has to adopt this immediately. Okay, I have to take this change and I have to develop it. And not only my team, not only I have this vision, my teams also has to accept. So my vision is being carried with the different teams or not. I have to make sure, right? This is why the SAFE framework became very popular in the market right now. Any questions on this so far?
Yeah, ma'am, one thing I want to add in. Means, so what you want to say is that agile framework is used within the team, and agile
Agile is a methodology. It's a big
Methodology, yes.
methodology. Under that
Okay.
methodology, Scrum is a framework. Right
Scrum
now, you guys
yeah.
you guys are following only the Scrum model. The SAFE
Okay.
is another model. What it addresses is within the business. So far, Scrum, it is addressing within the team. If you have multiple teams, and if your organization have multiple teams, and these multiple teams have different working for a same solution, then you need to follow the SAFE model. The SAFE model is the collection of different Scrum teams under the one umbrella.
Okay, got it.
Right? Okay. So what I want to explain here
I have
is,
read in like Google and other YouTube sources that agile is not a methodology, not even a framework. It's just a process to complete the SDLC.
what is the difference between the methodology and the model?
Methodology, like we say, it contain method, procedures, and rules
Yes,
for particular.
that's what you only
yeah.
said, right? Yeah, procedures, the process. So agile is methodology. Methodology is nothing but there is a kind of some process. Okay, we have to follow this process. Okay, this process, the practices, the good practices, the best practices, we need to follow. All these things are just saying only one thing with agile is being able to adopt the change as quick as possible. So, and this have some definitions, some practices, some process, everything I would say this agile have. So this agile gives the direction to these models. What are the models we have? The Scrum or SAFE or XP or Kanban. All these models falls under this agile. So all these models are just making sure how best they can adopt the change. Did I answer your question?
Okay, ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah.
This
Are you
method
sharing the planning onion screen or some other screen? Because we are seeing only one screen from the
No,
long time.
so far I just opened. I want to explain this. Okay. Let me talk about this first. You will get understanding. Just give me 15 minutes of time. I'll explain this on a high view. So you will understand it's very easily. Okay. I'll take questions after 10 minutes. Okay. Once I explain these 3 layers, so you will have a big picture. I would say, see, there are 3 layers here. One is this portfolio layer. Another one is the program layer in the middle.
Excuse me, ma'am, your screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible.
Unable to see screen.
Not available, ma'am.
Oh,
screen.
okay. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, great. So there are 3 layers in the SAFE. One is portfolio. Okay. And the next one is this here, essential layer, which is program layer. And the last one is team layer. This is team backlog. If you see, solution backlog, program backlog, team backlog. Okay. So this is the portfolio layer till here. Are you able to see my pointer?
Yeah, ma'am. Can I request one thing also, ma'am?
Yeah, please.
Can you note down these particular points in the normal PPT screen? So it will be easy for us to take a screenshot and make a comment.
I'll share these PPTs with you guys. after this.
Then okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the material will be shared with you. Okay, the PPT which I'm sharing, everything, you'll be getting an access to them. I'll share it to Venkat sir or Ravi sir, Rao sir, so they'll share it with you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. So yeah. So this is portfolio layer, and this is the program layer, and this is the back team layer. So what in the portfolio layer, what you observe? So I'll just say it will have the large business initiatives, and these are called as business epics, which you can see the business case. You understood, you know the business case, right? So there is a need for a business. Okay, I want to develop this idea. I'll be, as a business, running a business, I'll be getting more ideas, more initiatives to work on, right? So all my ideas cannot be implemented, can be implemented. I need to do some kind of analysis, right? As a business, I'm referring to business side, not on the development side. BA interacts with the business team as well as with the development team, right? So now I'm talking about the business teams. So BA, what he does is he interacts with the business team. So here, what is the business epics? What they'll be writing here, the product management team, they'll be taking the ideas and they'll be writing some business cases for this business epics. Okay. And these epics are called as business epics. Okay. And these business epics require some analysis, and if they analyze, okay, whether this idea can be developed or not, will be doing some brainstorming sessions. Okay, fine, this idea can be implemented, it can go into the market. So then after the analysis, then they'll take some kind of an approvals before the team to start the development. So they'll this business epics is into the solution backlog. This is, this portfolio backlog. Okay, there are some ideas. This portfolio backlogs consist of kind of an ideas business wants to develop to expand the initiatives. Okay, so these ideas can be implemented, cannot be implemented. It's again depends on some such sessions, brainstorming sessions. They have to do it. Okay, that some technical expertise is needed, right? Yeah. So this portfolio backlog consists of multiple ideas, and they'll be doing some kind of analysis like what is the cost if we implement this? What is the benefit we are getting if we implement this idea? What is the risk we have if we don't implement this idea in the market? That cost benefit analysis, risk analysis, impact analysis, all these analysis will be doing on the idea which is generated. Okay. All these ideas are maintained in the in the portfolio backlog, which are called as business epics. Once these business initiatives are approved, and then what happens is, okay, now this initiatives has to go into the execution part. So once this has been approved, this portfolio backlog, and the technical team also approved, okay, this can be developed. From portfolio backlog and solution backlog, these two works hand in hand. So once these two given the green signal, okay, you guys can do this feature implementation. So these business epics are converted into the features and placed it in the program backlog. Who will do this? Product managers will do it in this method. Okay. So once the business approves this and getting the executions or implementation, it's get divided into the features. Feature is nothing but splitting of epics into manageable components, which can be delivered by a program. Okay, increments. Like okay, so in this within the PI, you can able to deliver this what you call like this feature. Feature is nothing but like just a kind of one simple transaction. Example, epic is something bigger one. You know the difference between the epic and feature, right? Can I take this as yes?
Epic is basically a
ma'am.
business case, and PI is what we are using as a feature, single feature.
Yes. So one single functionality that you make the things to work, that feature. This feature, this epic have multiple features. right? So epic can be one, another epic. This epic is divided into the multiple features. That means it has to make sure the manageable components, like this epics belongs to this particular team. So all these features belongs to this team. So that categorization also will be done. So which can be delivered by program increments. Okay, in this release, I would like to deliver these features. In this release, I would like to deliver this release. I'll talk about the program increments later, the definition of this program increment. Okay, how many features are getting delivered? So the program backlog consists of epics, features. Now this portfolio backlog will have epics, right? And this program from this portfolio backlog, epics are split it into the features and placed it into the program backlog. Okay, business epics are done by the business strategic teams, like the big teams, marketing teams, and everybody work together. And there is some product managers or some team, they'll be working closely with the business and will be writing this epics. And once they define this epics, so once get an approval on those business initiatives, and they'll be deriving these epics into the features and place them in the program backlog. Who will be doing this? Again, the product manager will be doing this activity. Okay. So once these features gets elaborated then everything is fine. Then what happens is, then, okay, now it's time for an execution. We got all the approvals. Now we need this feature to get developed. These features are getting splitted more into the form of a user stories and place them into the team backlog. Who will be doing this? Product owner will be doing this. So far till here, the product manager and the product owner. Product manager, why I'm referring the product development team, there is a separate team called product development team who is working closely with this program backlog and portfolio backlog and developing these features and epics. Once these features are approved, PO responsibility is to make them understand and prioritize them for the respective release and make sure these features are divided in the form of user stories and maintained in the team backlog. You got the basic sense why we have this. Now, by doing this, what is happening? The vision you have from the business, the same is being carried over till the team. Am I right? And the same thing which is spread across all the teams as well, who are working under this program increment, who are working for this release. So all of them being shared the same vision and same identified any kind of during the discussions, the dependencies that will come across during the PI plannings and all, planning teams and all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it okay? Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. These 3 level of backlogs, this portfolio backlog or program backlog or team backlog. So portfolio, again, I'm just repeating, portfolio backlog consists of business epics managed by the program team, business and this top level authorities which ensure and approves the business epics. It also looks like the execution and closes the loop. Okay, whatever you develop has to map with your business case. This group keep getting the business initiatives and will review, analyze. If it is approved, then it will go under the program backlog. So this backlog should get implemented with program backlog. So the management of portfolio epics is done on a value stream level. If it is adding value, then only you're developing this epic. If it is not adding value, not addressing the risk or not providing any benefit of cost, everything, if you see something less, then definitely you're not going to work on this anymore, right? So similarly, this program backlog, so it's mainly focusing on the release content. Okay, business have given these initiatives. Among these initiatives, what are we going to deliver? What are the priority features we have to deliver right now? What is the weight adding if we develop these features? That kind of an analysis will be discussed. Okay, then what happens? that analysis, once they have discussed among those discussed, then they'll prioritize, okay, these are the features that they want to develop. Now what happens, once they identified the features, which teams are required to develop these features, identify the teams. Okay, so these teams who are working for the same release will fall under the term called as agile release time. That means art. Under this art, there will be multiple teams working on the same solution. So suppose, let's say this is my business unit. My business unit is the payments, credit cards. So let's take an example of some of in our team. Like, can I know anyone name here? Like, just to be interactive. You
I'm
can say
Ravindra.
one.
Divyanshi Gupta.
Okay, Gupta.
Ravindra, ma'am.
Ravindra. Okay, Ravindra's is debit cards team, and Gupta's is credit cards team. Mine is like transactions team. Okay. Now we three are working on the same solution, which is like 16 digits number should work and should when we enter these digits, it has to pass through the payment gateway and transaction should be successful. We are working on same solution, but we are different 3 units, right? So Ravindra's, Gupta's, and myself, we three are working under the same art, which is called Agile Release Train. What we three teams together we are doing is, okay, we know the feature. My team is working on 5 features. His team is working on 5 features and all. And we'll discuss across the teams. There will be Scrum team meetings, PO syncs, Scrum Master syncs. So then we'll be sharing our ideas like, okay, what are the dependencies my debit card team have on Ravindra's team, which is credit cards team. Okay, so I mean, okay, let's work on our dependencies, raise the dependency, get in approval. When are you delivering? This kind of sync will happen between these 3 teams across. Okay, under the same solution which they are working on. So in terms, this is called as Agile Release Train. The teams which are falling under this art, we call it as Agile Release Trains. But Ravindra team is also working on Scrum, and my team is also working on Scrum, and Gupta team is also taking the model Scrum. So within the team, Ravindra is the PO, I'm the PO, and Gupta is the PO. Okay, but we 3 POs are getting syncing at regular intervals and making sure, identifying the dependencies, eliminating the risk, and making sure this release is going smooth or not, and giving an updates to the product teams. Okay, this is my team working and we have these dependencies, and like a kind of project representation of what we are working on, giving a status updates to the product team and making sure what our teams are working on, and also have any dependencies getting cleared and everything. But this model we are following Scrum, yeah, writing the user stories and sprint grooming, prioritizing, and getting it delivered, and coming back and showcasing it to the team. Okay, this is what my team has developed, everything. Scrum is following, but 3 different teams are working under this art. So this art belongs to one portfolio, which is payments. Am I making sense?
Yeah, ma'am. But ma'am, this agile train contain exploration, integration, and deployment.
Yes. Exploration, what we are doing continuously, we are exploring what are the dependencies we have. Am I right? So, okay, raising the dependencies, or okay, what we are exploring. Okay, what apart from this, to make this feature complete, what we have to do.
Real-time example, ma'am.
Let me say, let's take this credit card example itself. Like the 16 digits code should work. Am I right? From the technical point of view, I'm talking 16 digits is common for both credit card and debit card, right? That's a similar. But how do we differentiate this is a credit card and this is a debit card? We both teams should work together. I mean, to identify, are you guys are taking APIs starting with sequence number 452, this series starts with the credit card, or 362, this series should starts with debit card. Such kind of differentiation has to be identified. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So if or else like if I have given you the requirements rightly, okay, Ravinder, just do this 16 digits number. If user enters this should go to the payment gateway. But how the system knows like it's a credit card or debit card? Does it make any sense what I'm trying to say here? They should know,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Two different teams are working, and they should know the difference between the credit card and the debit card without getting these teams both together. How you can implement, or both the things should be done by only one team. And then if you are doing that, the delivery will be late, not you're not able to success in the market, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
So then, or else like another example, my business unit is operating and from Hyderabad and yours is operating in Pune, or from US and you Pune, right? So there are two business units. So we should be in sync what my
Yeah,
team is
तुम्ही जाऊन
developing,
पण हेच बघत असतो.
and you should be aware of it, right? And we should be in
जा
sync.
तिकडे जाऊन बघ जा. अरे बाहेर येशील ना पटकन. आता काय आणायचं झालं पप्पा राहणार नाही. पुढे
Swati,
काय
can you mute?
Thank you. Right, so we are doing here the continuous explorations, continuous integrations, and the continuously as soon as you develop it and you're deploying it. Have you heard about the DevOps concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, DevOps is doing this actually. So whatever you're developing is just setting it to the cloud, and then what cloud is just at regulars, it's just doing all this pipeline work and getting it delivered. The DevOps is just mainly doing this release on demand.
Correct.
Yeah. So what happens once you develop this program features, right? So these features, so these epics gets delivered as a feature via program team called ART, Agile Release Train. ART is collected of development team, as we discussed right now with an examples. If we have 10 teams delivering the same solution, all together will fall under this ART. So this ART is managed by the release management group, which ensures that the dependencies and interdependencies and the strategic alignments, everything are in place or not. So the product management group who takes the control of prioritizing the features, and this group sits at the middle layer and make sure this feature has to go first and this feature has to deliver. Being a product owner, what you have to do is you have to sync with the product manager and see what are your priorities, and these priorities has to get delivered within the given time. So once you identified these features, and then you come and sit in your place and start writing the user stories and place them in the team backlog. Okay, so the team backlog consists of user stories. Now the story is same. User stories maintains in the product backlog, I mean team backlog, and these stories are prioritized for each sprint. Each sprint the team will take the user story and will develop, and once they develop and they'll give you the demo, okay, what they have developed. Once all the stories have been completed, as a PO, what you'll be doing, you will be demoing this completed system demo, sprint review, right? So you will be demoing the sprint review, I mean, the solution what you developed during the sprint review meeting. Am I right?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
correct.
Right. So this is within the team. Now, what happens in the ART? There will be a system demo called, term called system demo, where all the team members from your team, your Ravindra team, Ravindra will come and will do the demo from his team. So I'm also able to see my team, everybody will participate. All the teams will gather in one place and will start doing the demos. Okay, my team in this PI, in this release, they have implemented this, and we'll be doing the demo to them. And the Gupta's team will demo whatever they developed, and they'll tell like whatever they did not do it because of some so on so reason, they explain. So all these three teams will demo what they have developed as per the agreed time. Okay, so once these three teams develop and will showcase, right? So based on these 3 solutions will get integrated and will release it into the market after UAT and everything. It will not go as like a single unit. All the 3 units will go as like a one. There is a separate team for that. Like again, they'll also do that certain things. Okay, now who conducts this? Let's talk about this. So as we discussed in the top layer, the business will take care of it, right? So their epic owners, business teams, strategy, enterprise architects, and everybody will be there. Okay. Then the next solution team, what they're doing here is like whether this can be implemented or not. All the ideas cannot be implemented, right? So that needs some technical support as well. Technically should be feasible. So the solution team will help them how this business idea can be converted into the technical and can be delivered it to the customer in the form of technical, right? There the term called solution train engineer, like architects, I would say. That person name called as solution train engineer. And this RT, release train engineer, he's like a scrum master for this art, who manages all the teams. What Scrum Master does?
Daily Scrum meeting and report on project logs.
What this RT does is, that is within the team, right? Who answered this question to me?
Myself, ma'am.
Myself means name should be there. I'm new to you. Ravinda. Okay, fine, Ravinda. Okay. Thank you for telling your name, because I don't know when there will be a next session, because it's like running out of time. So probably we'll be meeting again. Sorry, I'm having water in the middle. All right. So what happens, that is within the team, they're managing it, like daily scrum meetings and all. Okay. So there should be somebody to manage these teams as well, right? So that person called as RT, release train engineer. What he does is, he just maintains what Scrum Master will do at the team level. He does it at the teams level, multiple teams level. So this team is working on this. This team is working on this. This team is working on this. So they have the dependencies. This guy have done this. Okay, just like a tracking the teams. Okay, and what they have done and what are the impediments they have, how they can address across the team. Okay, if there is nothing is being addressed, and they'll be going to raise a escalation. Okay, this team is not performing. and conducting the system demos, conducting the PI plannings. PI planning is nothing but PI, program increment planning. So sprint planning is just 15 days, right? Then, for example, if you are working for 5 sprints, and this 5 sprints really solution you're delivering, then that is called PI planning. Collection of sprints and agreeing on one release, that is called as PI, program increment. So it's just getting progressively elaborating your solution and delivering it. So it can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, depends upon the organization. Right now in my current organization, they're following the 3 months of sprint. So that means 3 months means like for 15 days, 3 to 4 sprints, they're delivering. So that means one PI completed. This PI, we have implemented these 3 features. So the next PI, we are going to take these 3 features. Once we completed this business epic, okay, we delivered this business epic after the completion of this 3-4 PIs. PI is nothing but, under the PI, there are multiple iterations. Any doubts on this? Any questions? Or am I being so fast? Are you able to understand or not? Just let me know. All right. So here what you have seen, this RTE, right? Release train engineer. Then next, immediately, this is at the program level. So now this is where you are seeing. Please, can you go on mute? Can you guys go on mute, please? Okay. See, now this is where you are seeing right now the Scrum model. Product owner, Scrum Master team is there, Agile teams. They are working at the team level. So they are following the
Ma'am, what is the
Scrum.
difference between Scrum Master and Agile Master?
Agile, not RTE. Release
Okay,
Train
Scrum
Engineer.
Master. Okay,
Huh.
okay. Agile Master will be RTA only.
RTE, Release Train Engineer. Okay, that term. We have to get used to these terms actually. Okay, so the Release Train Engineer, Scrum Masters addresses within the team. If the team have any impediments, if the team have any questions, if the he just facilitates the things are going smooth or not within the team, right? If you have multiple teams, there should be some facilitator as well, right? So to facilitate these teams. So this RTE facilitates the teams under the art. Under the art, there is an RTE role called RTE Release Train Engineer, which facilitates all these teams falling under the same art. And there is another team called Product Management. There are a group of product managers who are working on this business epics. Ravindra, did I answer your question?
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. So, okay, fine. Great.
So
So,
RTA comes in a small project also.
it should be at least minimum of, if you have multiple teams. See, again, this is, I'm saying, if your business unit is very small, within the small, then your Scrum should be enough. Your business unit is bigger and you want to expand your business and you have multiple teams working, then you need SAFe. SAFe is not applicable for a small solution. If your solutions are bigger level, then you have to follow the SAFe model. When you see your strategic vision is in line, it should be in line across all the that's what I have given. That's why I have given you the example of restaurants, right? So yeah, there is one restaurant which is famous and spread across all, like say example McDonald's or Starbucks. So this kind of things require SAFe. Yeah.
Ma'am, one question.
Please go ahead.
Lean is related, like it's waste management, like
Right.
reducing the waste. It's related to that only.
Yeah, similarly, it's here also we are taking what is needed and leaving what is not required, but only thing within the time. Suppose if you're delivering a solution, but which is already in the market, does it add value? Will they want to buy that? No, right? Simple example. That's what. Now already the smartphones are coming, some advanced features are there. If I release some Nokia or something, will you able to buy? If I give an idea, okay, let's develop one Nokia 1100, the old model, that just only phone which can be used just to lift the calls. That's it. That is my idea. So what do you consider? It's a waste only, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So whatever the ideas that you're getting, and we're just trying to take what is best for your solution.
Visible. Yeah. Okay.
That just trying to cut down the operational efficiencies, like, okay, if I do this, what is the benefit? What is the cost I'm cutting? How fast I'm being into the market? All the businesses, they all make sure, like, okay, how I can be into the market and how fast I can be into the market and how I can be competitive and how I can gain the cost advantage and how I can the competitive advantage. All the time, business thinks like this only. I should get money, I should get benefits, I should get competitive advantage. That's right, right? So you have iPhone, you have Samsung, you have Nokia and everything, but people tend towards to buy iPhone because of brand image. That's just like you want to be in the competition. So different features, different feel businesses are providing, and customers are getting attracted towards that. So all this is happening because of this kind of discussions, and simply take an example of iPhone itself. They have many ideas. One idea they'll get into the portfolio backlog, and they'll develop that idea in the form of program backlog and get it executed once everything goes well, and they release it to the market, right?
Yes, yeah.
And immediately people will start buying that. Already that feature is already available in the market. Are you going to buy? No, right? So you should be very fast. So the change is like how fast you can adopt the change, and how fast you can see the social life of the customers, and see how what they want and how they want, and how fast you can adopt the change of the social behavior. So that makes your business works very well, right? Exactly. So then your business operates, means then you ultimately revenue will increase, and you will be top, and you're the market leader. So that's why when you have the bigger organizations like you are working for any bigger companies like Deloitte or some Dell, or having bigger organizations, whereas on this kind of organizations certainly follows this safe model. The smaller units doesn't require, because they have very limited, so this much of things are not required. Okay. So now the team works on the common cadence for the 2 weeks. So the product owner here, what he does is at the team level, interacts with the product management team to get the prioritized features and define the objectives for these features for the PI, and see what is the business value for each feature.
Yeah, Roshan brother.
Yeah,
Hello.
Roshan. Your mic is
Roshan
on.
brother, please mute yourself, brother. If you are not speaking, please mute yourself. Yeah, Roshan. Ma'am, could you please mute all of us?
Or you can
Can
just
you
remove Roshan.
Ma'am, you can remove him, ma'am. He's disturbing the class.
He is not even attending, ma'am.
okay. I'll just Selva Kumar also, I just muted. Okay.
Yeah, any issues, Soumya?
No, sir. Good.
Okay.
Actually, a few people are not muting themselves, so that's the issue. All right. So I'm just want to share one slide from here. So the difference between the Scrum and so we discussed about the 4 layers, right? So full configuration, large configurations, portfolio, essential, and so this is I just gave you the overview, like what is this all about, and I'll talk about this like individually, and we discussed about this solution, RTE, Scrum Master, product owner, and the backlogs, and how the epics are being converted into the features and features to stories, and what is art, and what is system demo, and what is PI. Just the definitions we just referred. I'm not okay. So see, this is what just a high level. The portfolio will have the portfolio backlog, and there are different epics, and these epics have different program backlogs. Each will be having the releases. So they'll be planning the iterations and day planning. This is just like a planning onion, just to give an example of it. Okay, like in the portfolio, you could see epics like program, portfolio management, whereas in the program, you could see the features, and it's just maintains the release management, like what can be released during this period and all. And the team level, this is completely Scrum practices we follow. And this is the user stories and Scrum sprint reviews, sprint planning meetings, and everything, the sprint level. So now we'll be having a question definitely. What is the difference between the Scrum and SAFe? This is the first question the team have asked in a different way. I just want to give you the differences. Can anyone from the team, the way we do the Scrum it's a small framework. As I said, it operates for a smaller units and guidance about like how to inspect and adopt in a smaller size. Just like, okay, what for a smaller things like small changes. If you're operating for a smaller business like small units, then this model should be enough. Like a McDonald's operating in the Hyderabad, and you are just following the Scrum model, that should be fine. You are easily to adopt the change for this particular business unit. But now you want to expand this McDonald's to the multiple places within the Hyderabad. Or I don't know how many of you from Hyderabad, but I am from Hyderabad, so I'm just using the example. Like Hyderabad, there are multiple places like SR Nagar, and there is some I forgot the names, like Manikonda or some Madapur or Kondapur, whatever. All the places, in every place you have one business unit, right? So initially you have only one business unit in Hyderabad. That time Scrum is fine for you when you're working. But if you have multiple units, then you want to use, then it's recommended to have the SAFe method, just because only how do you make success by taking this 20 restaurants, how you can be agile. That part is called as SAFe. Okay. So always you have to ensure here the same quality and alignment and be competitive in the market. So what all these things will be coming into the idea. Like, okay, SAFe gives you an explicit process and roles to work multiple agile teams together as one big art, that agile release train. And also it provides how to align this business strategy with the execution. And there is a portfolio management view, program management view, multiple layers, and each layer will have some decisions to take. Once it is approved, only you'll be going to the next layer. So what is business is looking for, and what is this vision? So are we in line with our business strategy? Are we giving the business agility? So how organization can change very fast? So how am I able to move quickly and fast with respect to the business? So all these strategies gets executed with the help of a SAFe. I want one of you just read the differences, because this is my own preparation. You can't find it in the book. So this is Scrum is just adopted by smaller organization, whereas big teams. Only the Scrum teams, here the larger solutions team have different management roles. So you can start working with Scrum with these 3 people, whereas for the start to SAFe, you need this much of essentials are needed. Okay, at least 5 agile teams in it. Somebody asked this question. Scrum is just a light work framework, and concerns related to the product development just addresses, whereas the SAFe addresses the business agility. So how business can easily change and can easily adapt. So the team, large solutions and everything. So the Scrum has like people, SM, PO and development team, whereas here we discussed about the portfolio layer, RTs, system architects, business owners, and solution train engineer, and many more like this. Now, at least from this presentation, from so far we are discussing from 1.5 hours, right? So are you guys able to understand the difference between the Scrum and SAFe?
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. At least I'm successful in this, in explaining you guys. So this is the basic difference. You got the point, right? So we talked about agile teams, agile release trains, the program increments, program backlog, program increment, and planning meetings, team backlogs, innovations, and planning feature, right? We talked about agile teams. Agile teams, you know, right? So the SAFe, PO, PM, and all. So here just say, go
What
ahead.
does E means in this safe?
Sorry, E. SAFE, which is Scaled Agile Framework. That's it.
Framework.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. The teams we discussed about that, like one is just to make sure more people are working together. For one is alignment from the business vision to execute. Okay, those teams will form as like a agile teams here. SAFE is just expanding the idea of agile actually. So at an autumn level, we will still need an agile to scale. And this is why we need agile teams as an essential building blocks for any organization using a scaled agile framework. So we are using the Scrum as agile under the SAFE. And the art, we discussed about it, right? So this can be considered as a collection of multiple agile teams, say 5 to 12 teams. Minimum 5 should be there. So this group of agile teams is aligned with common backlog called as program backlog and has a common leadership. So this falls under the teams under the same art we discussed about. And the program increment, we talked about it, like there is a time bound for any release. So this program increment consists of 5 to 4 sprints. So it can be 8 to 12 weeks, or in general, we take 3 months of time, like we take 10 weeks. That's how it's again organizational, how they want to work, and learning cycle for full agile release train for that. And we know the program backlog, what it consists of, the features, and what it is like. If there are any spikes, technical spikes, we call it as enablers. You know the technical spikes, right? So if it needs some further investigation, if a feature is not clear and needs some investigation, we create some spikes in agile. That we call it as here enablers. So that also maintains in it. The program increments, the planning, and everything will be planned under here. Okay. I just, these are the 7 core competencies, like lead portfolio, organizational agility, agile product delivery, team and technical agility, and enterprise solution delivery, everything. I just want to let you know, okay. I'll give you, because we are just, this is the course of like 5 days course. You have to sit from morning to evening to learn each and every topic of it, but we have a time bound. I am here just to explain what is the difference between the Scrum and SAFE, and why do we need SAFE and where we need it. Okay, I'll give you this links and the PPTs with you for sure. We'll be catching up again and again if we have any questions. But if you need further understanding on any term, the best part here they have given for us is, let's say, if you move the mouse over here, you can see, right? Click on this. And it gives you the definition of it and why do we need it and examples of it. That's how this framework has designed. So the material, everything is inbuilt here. Okay. I just clicked only the epic. So for example, if I want to, somebody asked, what is this RTE? Just click on this RTE and see what is this release train engineer? Why do we need here? And what is his responsibilities? Right? If you need some further details on this, you just go here and see each and every term and try to learn if you are interested. Again, I'm saying this. Okay.
Ma'am, is it available in the library?
No, it's a free framework for everybody. You just right now, if you're in front of laptop, just click scaleagileframework.com.
Agileframe.com.
Scaleagileframework.com.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. That's fine. Thank you.
I'll share this PPT with you after this so that you can easily go with it. So this PPT
Ma'am,
also.
do we have a benefit if we know about Agile and SAFE as a webinar, or like you have taken a webinar, and is it going to, good for us for the interview or something, beneficial or not?
Definitely, it may be good. That is what I'm referring here. Like it's good for you for sure. If they have asked something like in the interview, during an interview, like, okay, do you heard anything about SAFE? Then you can say like, okay, I did not get an opportunity to work on the SAFE model, but whereas I have a brief understanding of it, I know few components of this. So maybe you can start telling them. Maybe it adds value to your CV if you have some basic understanding, though you did not work. Probably they'll think like, okay, you guys, this guy have an idea about it. That's how I generally, if I don't know the answer, if I know a little bit of it, I try to explain. So they'll have a good opinion on it. So definitely how best you can score in the interview. So whatever, if you really don't have an idea also, but you still trying to attempt to answer that in a positive note, that makes good, right? Yeah. Suppose
when we are opening in the Google, they're asking for the business information to
see, to be honest with you, see here, I just clicked here, scaleagileframework.com. Simple.
it's scale agile. Yeah. Let me try.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, please go ahead. Any question?
Yeah, ma'am. Usually in companies, do they have a separate BA for this safe model, or just 2-3 BAs from all the teams comes together to work on this?
Every team will
How does
have
it work?
one BA. So there are if for this type of model, definitely for each team they require one BA. The scope is very high. So how they want to take to the next steps is, yeah. So there are some courses like whatever the um, organization they want to go with the safe. Initially, what model they are using, and they have some kind of a preparations like that have to identify the RTE, STE, and the teams and launch art, everything. This is just a sequence of steps they have to follow. The screen which I'm sharing with you right now, that's just on a high note I'm telling. Okay, and I'm just talking about the PI planning, right? So generally, I'll just share this PPT with you later, but I'll just let you know what it happens is like. So there will be a business context for sure. 1 second. So I'll just give you what happens in the PI planning generally with my experience. There will be some business context. The team will demonstrate what they're expecting in this BI. So there will be an agenda for this, okay, what they're trying to develop. And this is going to happen in 3 days. Okay, this will happen in 3 days, this PI planning. So business will demonstrate, okay, what they're expecting. And the next the team will start focusing on what they want to develop and taking off the features and everything. The team breakouts to like they facilitates like what they want to develop and what everything. So PO, what he does is before to start go to the PI planning, there will be some preparation work before. So interacts with the PM and get these features prioritized and will decide with the team what are the features they are developing for this PI and plan that PI and develop, prepare a draft plan, what they're developing, what is an objective for of that developing that feature, and what is the business value they are getting. They work closely with the PM and derives all these things. Okay, so once they understood all these things, right? So what they'll be doing is like they'll present the draft plan. So RTE conducts this draft plan review across all the teams, and all the stakeholders relates to the business will participate. If they have any questions, they will ask. If your plan is fine, they will ask you to go ahead and implement. So as a PO, you'll be doing all these responsibilities. Okay. Are you getting my point? Hello? Are you guys there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So then finally, once this draft plan is over, so there will be there is a second day agenda is like if there are any adjustments, then they will be doing it. And so what happen then immediately what they'll be do any questions, they'll be addressing it, and after that they'll be going to have a final plan review. So in this plan review, they'll be saying to everybody what they're developing and what they're committing for this PI. Once this is done, once this PI planning is over, then they'll start for an execution. After the execution is over, so at the end, what the team has to do is, I just give you some notes on this PPT, just collected some information for your reference. You can go ahead and see. So once this is done here, like finally at the end, once PI completed, the team will start after what they have completed and will start giving the demo. So at the end of the PI, the team will start demonstrating like what they have developed, and okay, and they showcase that in front of everybody, across all the teams and across all the stakeholders. So, and that's a successful completion of PI. So definitely after the what in the system demo, like what is the team highlights, team B highlights, and everything. All this data is being collected by the RT. RT will do all these roles actually. System demo. So facilitates across all the teams. Scrum Masters is responsible addressing about their team's progress to the RTA. And the PO is responsible making sure the dependencies are addressed and communicate back to the product manager. Okay. So then finally what happens? Okay, once it is done, okay, they'll be having an idea like, okay, what went well, what did not went well, and what are the things that they have to see, what the best they can improve, and all these things they will be trying to address that. Right? Any questions? Similarly, for teams retrospective will be there, and art level retrospective will also be there. So that kind of things it's going to be happen. Only thing is it's happening across all the teams and combining as like a one thing, and will be showing just to make sure you are in line with your strategic vision. So far you guys have learned only from the business individual teams. Now this is across all the teams. So I made you understand difference between the Scrum and SAFe. If you guys go through this notes, PPT along with the content that I'm being shared with you, then you guys can have a better understanding why do we need SAFe and which framework is required. And this presentation, this webinar is just to give you why, what is SAFe, how it is different from Scrum, and why do we need SAFe. That's it. Not to get into the details of writing a SAFe certification. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. So I'll be just sharing this content details to Rao sir. So he'll be sharing the details with you. Probably I'll check with sir if we need some other. If you guys are interested, you can share your feedback to sir. So maybe I hope everybody enjoyed this session. Can I take some comments on this? Like, how did you feel about the session?
Yeah, it was great, ma'am. We actually
It was good.
have concept clarity about the SAFe.
Oh, great.
Yes, it is very
It
good.
was
Thank
good
you
to
so
have a
much.
new part of it. Like
Oh.
in business, SAFe and agile matters a lot.
Thank you. Just you can post your questions. If you have anything, you can reach out to me. So you can. So I'll ask her to share my email address. Probably we'll catch you guys
Thank you,
again.
ma'am. Thank
Yeah.
you, ma'am.
I'll share this content with you guys, and the framework website links and everything are there here. You can get it from your from the PPT which I'm going to share with you. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
The class is over.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
class
Thank you,
is
ma'am.
over. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.